Most people believe that motivation comes from just getting yourself to do something. Let's be real, if you already are able to get yourself to do something, then you'd be doing it by now. Pushing yourself to do something is more than just going out, doing it, and then assuming you're going to keep doing it. You need to push yourself to keep doing it and create an environment around you that allows you to continually improve the things you are doing. Let's look at what happens. We've all watched Netflix for hours a day, slept in while we should get out of bed, browsed social media to fill our heads with useless distractions, skipped a workout because we didn't feel like it, postponed a meeting at work to sleep in, skipped a healthy meal to eat fast food, told ourselves we needed to do better but didn't, continued doing what we know we should quit, dropped a workout routine, not started a project because we just simply never got ourselves to take the first step, done tons of other things that have blocked you from becoming the person you'd like to be. Maybe you haven't even done all of these, but I have, off and on for years, which made me realize that there's another way to do it. I'd like to help you reach your goals, just like I am right now. Sure, some of the ways written below might not be for you, but at least they show you what the possibilities are. Motivation isn't a one-day thing, a one-hour thing. It's something that you work on. The more you get motivated, the longer you will be motivated. And that's kind of the whole point. You have to motivate yourself to be motivated. You might say, well, yeah, that's cool and all, but really actually getting motivated is the whole problem. Congratulations, you're at step 1. You've figured out the problem. Now let's start going to actually fix this. 1. Start accepting that I wasn't motivated. As humans, we are fantastic at thinking of solutions. You know what every single solution needs: a problem. See, the fact that you are already aware that getting motivated is your pain shows that you are aware of the problem. So start accepting that you are simply not motivated. Because accepting the problem will make you realize that, as stated above, there is a solution to the problem. Often we get into these thought processes of being against ourselves because we aren't motivated. Let's be real, that's a horrible way of spending your time. Nobody ever got better by looking at the past and hating themselves for not being X or Y. Honestly, if in the past you could have done better, then you would have done so. But apparently, you couldn't do better. Don't blame yourself for that. Just accept that it happened. Nobody can fix the past, anybody can shape the future. 2. Learn that motivation comes after starting. Most Olympic athletes don't sit on the couch at home and suddenly think, I want to be an Olympic athlete. Instead, they've already done the exact type of sport they want to go to the Olympics for. Their motivation comes from the fact they've already been involved in that sport for years. It's the same for you, as it is for me. For months I've been going to the gym, but I also wanted to start swimming again alongside it. I didn't, until this past Monday. Got out of bed at 7 a.m., took the subway to the pool and just swam for an hour. Don't expect motivation to miraculously appear in your life. That's simply not how it works. Real motivation comes after you've started something. Simply accepting that fact and then doing X because you want to do X more often is the only way to start. 3. Gather the right people around you. People don't become better chess players by playing themselves. They become better by playing other people because they are motivated to be a better chess player. It's important to find people around you. They will help you to get motivated because most of the times you just want to beat them. Whether it's chess, hitting that 300-pound deadlift, or just work, gathering the right people around you is extremely important. They will keep you sharp. You can use them as a backup when you are not motivated. I have a hard time going to the gym by myself, no matter how much I want to work out. So I have gathered 2 people around me to work out with. Either I go with one or both, but I hardly ever go alone. The day before I text them, gym tomorrow 8 a.m. Sometimes both will go with me, sometimes only one will go with me. But this also happens, sometimes neither will go with me. And even that is extremely motivating. Because when I then have to go by myself, I know I am ahead of both of them. So even if I have to go alone now, I will actually go. 4. Be the best version of yourself. Let's be real, the real reason you wish to be more motivated is that you believe there is more to life than what you are experiencing right now. There's a better version of you out there, somewhere, and you believe that putting in a certain amount of time and work will allow you to become that person. And on top of that, you might feel bad right now because you just cannot figure out a way to change because you lack that motivation. If you want to change, if you really want to be the best version of yourself, you have to start being exactly that. How? You may ask. By doing exactly the things you hate yourself for not doing. Recognize this thought. I wish I'd go to the gym more because I am just not in shape at all, and I would be more satisfied with myself if I did go. Then go. Really, just go. You owe it to yourself to become that better version of yourself. Somewhere out there, in the future, there's a better version of you. And you'll meet him or her someday. At least, that's what you might think right now. But that version of you, the person that you'd like to be, that person is already inside your head. When looking in the mirror, you are already looking at that person. Because the second you take the responsibility to take action based on what you believe you should be, you are being the best version of yourself. This whole motivation process isn't just going to end once you hit your goals. You want that six-pack because you believe you'd look better. Well, once you reach it, it's not like you can just drop all the things you've done to get there. You have to keep going and have to proceed with the activities that got you there. 5. Use Post-its to remind yourself of good days. This one has worked perfectly for me. My wall currently has 31 Post-its, each containing numbers 1 through 31. Every good day that I have, I add another Post-it with the next number. There's solid reasoning behind it. I realize that if I have 100 good days, my life is so much different. Not just that, I wake up and the first thing I see are those Post-its. It's not hard to have a good day when there are already 5, 10, 20 or 30 Post-its hanging there reminding me of the good days I've had. Some days I add a little icon to it, reminding me of why that was a good day. Then I can look back at the wall, see what I have done in the last few weeks and realize it's actually not that hard to have a good day as long as I keep doing the right things. 6. Eat healthy food most of the time. You've heard it so many times. Eat healthy food. It's the solid base to a healthy life. Just because Trump can eat McDonald's every now and then doesn't mean it's the right way to live. Politics aside, a good diet is extremely important to become the best version of you. That's great and all, but sometimes I just really want that chocolate chip cookie with my coffee. I've been there, eating unhealthy food every single day. Don't believe me? I used to weigh 220 pounds, not very muscular either, and now weigh 176 pounds and am so much more muscular. Find a way to eat healthy foods often. Paleo is great if you want to lose weight, as it is based on what humans used to eat. No surprise, it's mainly unprocessed foods. Sure, that frappuccino with extra cream, some chocolate syrup on top and the brownie along with it tastes great. And you have all the freedom to eat it. But if you want to be motivated in life, it's better to just lay it off. Food is the base of your body. Your organs aren't going to perform well when you stuff yourself with sugar all the time. Far from it, you will just ruin your body while not even getting better at life either. Eat healthy foods. My breakfast, yogurt with honey. My lunch, salad with tuna, avocado, tomato, greens, etc. My dinner, pasta with salmon or spiced rice with marinated chicken. Find what works for you. Nowadays you don't have to be in the kitchen all day long to actually eat healthy meals. There are tons of meals that require 5 minutes of preparation and contain so much nutrition. 7. Read books that actually interest you. Let me get real with you for a second. I was horrible at school. Elementary school, best of the class. High school, worst. College, I dropped out after year 2. Where am I today? Well, most people expect you to be either homeless or Bill Gates. I'm in between, but a lot closer to Bill Gates than being homeless. I run 2 agencies and spend my time between both of them. Why is this important? Because high school and college made me hate reading. I would rather spend my days playing video games than reading a book. But it wasn't until I started reading books that I found interesting that I found my way back into reading and study. See, school teaches you to read books for information that you will then get tested on and potentially forget all of it by the end of the semester. Don't get me wrong, there are tons of degrees that you need a ton of knowledge for, but not every degree is like that. And what if you end up not wanting to pursue your degree after college or potentially aren't able to because there are no jobs available right now? Reading is a fantastic way to develop yourself and to train your brain. Obtain knowledge about things that really interest you. Dive deep into the wonderful world of your interests. Form your personality based on it. Sure, maybe nobody around you cares that you know who killed Napoleon's first general. But as long as you care because you are interested in Napoleon and his rise, then it's something interesting to know. I have very specific interests, yet they are in different fields. How the different parts of the brain work, how stocks work, reading about successful entrepreneurs and companies, what food does to your body, how to live a more stoic life. That's just a few of them and there are more. And there's so much information to read on these topics. Visit your local bookstore or library and find the books worth reading. 8. Set up a night routine. Meditate for 6 hours, drink 5 liters of chamomile tea, take a bunch of Xanax and fall asleep right away. You don't have to go that far, but at least find a routine to commit to before you fall asleep. For me, it's watching a bit of British comedy, drinking a cup of chamomile tea, and calling 1 or 2 friends before I go to bed. It eases my mind, gets rid of the stress I potentially might experience while trying to fall asleep, and it's just a satisfying feeling overall. For some it's to meditate, others might go out for a walk. Just do things that take their mind off whatever you have done today or doing tomorrow. Before I start the night routine, I go over the next day. What are the most important things I want to accomplish tomorrow? What are the things I should not forget? I start planning the hours of the day and write down what I will be doing the next day. 9. Get enough sleep. This can't be new to you. Sleep is extremely important to function well. 8 hours of sleep is what I try to get every single night. I don't make it every day because I get home later than anticipated or a phone call might be so enjoyable I continue far beyond the time I scheduled to go to bed. That's fine, it happens. Just try to get 8 hours every single night. Sometimes that might be 7 hours, sometimes it might be 9. You won't feel awful the next day if you don't get the full 8 hours, but just balance it the next day by going to bed an hour earlier. Here's the trick when you always sleep late. Stop telling yourself it's okay to watch another Netflix episode, play another round of that video game, or any other distraction. It's simply not worth it. Do you really think you're going to feel great tomorrow and will get out of bed on time when you spend another hour that you should be sleeping on something that is giving you short-term dopamine? Ask yourself this once you are nearing your preferred bedtime and are on the verge to decide whether to watch the next episode or play the next round. Would I rather feel horrible and unproductive all day tomorrow and do this right now, or feel fantastic tomorrow and spend some of my hours of feeling great to watch that episode or play that extra round?